If it's available to you, definitely knowing the data, knowing your claims information, knowing your utilization information to help you in making projections. And small to mid-sized companies have a very difficult time in doing this. They don't have the claims available to them. They don't know anything about the utilization outside of someone out on leave. So it makes it difficult for them to make decisions on how to change their benefit at the next renewal if they need to. But there is information available. It's just knowing what that is and how you can use it. Components of an effective cost-benefit analysis are a few things. One, understanding how your renewal is calculated. And that's determined by the size what size your organization is, and also which carrier you're with. For groups under 50, there are such things called risk. There's a score, risk adjustment factor, that's provided, and that's based off the health status of the group. So that makes a difference on potentially what you want to do to your benefits, knowing what your risk adjustment factor is. Mid-sized market, it's, depending on how large you are, you could be pool rated, which means you get the same rate as everyone else in that same plan design and in that same size. One carrier has a different trend versus another. So it's understanding what that data is and not being surprised at the time of the renewal, because quarterly your broker can provide you that trend data. They can tell you what Aetna's renewals are looking like in the first quarter of 2012, with Cigna, with Blue Cross, and so forth. I think it's also important to review benchmark data, looking at your company of groups of same size, region, nationally, industry, and reviewing that data and seeing what makes sense for your organization. Reviewing the copays, reviewing the contributions. I had already mentioned the trends, and that's also important, and what each carrier is charging and what they're charging for your size, because again, that's available data. And it's important that you have that, and again, you don't want to be shocked at the time of the renewal of what the renewal's increase is. Alternative funding is available. You don't have to be necessarily fully insured. You can self-fund your medical plan. If not your medical, you can do that for ancillaries such as dental and vision. And it's important that your broker is willing to look at those options for your organization, do a feasibility study to see if it makes sense for you. I think the biggest component is to have the right broker who's willing to partner with you. If your broker only sees you once a year, you should fire them right on the spot. You need to have a broker that's there all year round and providing you thorough data. You need to feel confident that the due diligence was done, providing you all the market information that's available, benchmark data, and again, knowing that you did a thorough job. And so you feel confident in explaining to your employees, this is the benefits package for this year and on, and not just a short-term decision that was made.